Today's bottle of wine I have is the Roscato Red. Love, 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 love this one. But before I get into any big juicy gossip talk, I definitely want to say, please, please, please like and subscribe. Please press the like button. Please subscribe. Please like, subscribe, like, subscribe, like, subscribe. I'm very, very proud of the 14 whole followers that I have. Very, very proud of those 14 followers that I have, and definitely hope to get more. And definitely will continue to do these wine and FaceTimes as often as possible. Definitely going to try to get it together in the best way possible. Here I am in my yoga suit, the KFIT yoga suits. If you didn't know, I have yoga suits and apparel and all these other good things too. But let's do these wine and FaceTimes to talk and have that therapeutic moment to just relax, relate, release, whatever you want to call it. So I had a lot of technical difficulties for some reason today, just getting on this wine and FaceTime. I had to like delete 2 videos, create a new video. So it's a bit of like going on. But we all got stuff going on. So my little tis is nothing compared to whatever people got going on. But tonight I just want to talk about how I'm feeling. Post the vax. It's been about 3 months since I've, decided to go ahead and, take the jab, and other people have done it quicker than I did. Some people still haven't done it. Teachers don't, no judgment here. But I wanted to talk about, afterwards how I've been feeling. So I haven't had any wine to sip. I try not to sip anything alcoholic all day today. Just waiting for wine and FaceTime so I don't be too buzzed. So I'm cracking my bottle now. There that bad memory Jimmy goes. Here's my first cup. And I'm sure I'm going to finish this bottle today and go to bed. Pretty sure of it. Haven't had red wine, Moscato wine in a while too. Good evening, Jessica Baker. So it's been about 3 months since I went ahead and got the jab, and you guys know who really know me here. It's not something I really wanted to do, and I was definitely against it. Like, no, I'm not doing it. No, I feel this way, that way. End up doing it, and like most people, I had the common side effects many people have. They say when you get the jab, you get really flu-like symptoms. You get really tired, lazy, fatigue, little feverish feeling, and those are pretty much like the little side effects I had. I was extremely exhausted after shot 1 and shot 2, and after that, 48 hours of receiving that dose, or 72-ish, I was back to feeling my normal self. I'm grateful that I didn't go through any of the most severe things other people said they went to, because I didn't. In addition to that, I just felt like I really didn't, go through everything that everyone said you're gonna go through on TV. Like, I didn't have all those specific reactions and results and stuff like that. I didn't go through all the worst parts of nothing. It wasn't really like that for me. The most I felt was I was like really sleepy for a while, and I was really just like out of it, just laying down out of it for a while. And that was the most that I really experienced. Outside of that, I was perfectly fine. Like, I didn't get dizzy, I didn't get nauseous, I wasn't throwing up, I didn't have diarrhea, I didn't have headache for days, I didn't have rashes, I didn't need to go to the hospital. I didn't have any of those effects that everyone else said they had. So I really couldn't relate. And I was really grateful too. I was like, wow, at least I know I'm not going through what other people said they went through, because, it's a scary thing. People will have you feeling like it's going to be the worst situation. Like, you're going to pass out, you're going to be in the hospital, you're going to need oxygen, you're going to die. Like, people make it the worst thing, but to each his own. I'm not promoting or engaging anyone to sign up to do anything they don't want to do. That has nothing to do with what I'm doing personally at all, but just sharing my journey, period. At the end of the day, people will do what they want to do. I have a lot of personal friends and families who have not made the decisions, so again, to each its own. On top of that, I feel like mentally, physically, emotionally, like we're all affected in some kind of way. Mentally, physically, emotionally, we all had a reaction, whether you did it or you didn't do it. And if you did do it, whatever mentally, emotionally, spiritual reaction you had, you dealt with, you tried to work on. So for me, mines were minimal. I feel like the biggest issue and trip up I had of any of the four was probably physically. Physically, I did try to pay attention to my body the first 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, specifically in every little detail I could to watch out for anything that didn't look right, that looked different, that looked abnormal, that looked different. And for the most part, what I came up with was noticing my menses. I noticed that my menses wasn't on schedule the way it was before. I noticed that my menses was coming earlier than it said it would. And that was something that was really different, obviously, because I have an app and I mark it and I check it. I know the signs when it's coming, when it's not coming. So that was something that I noticed straightforward on was like, okay, my menses is different. It wasn't like this before. It's coming, earlier. The how it comes is different as far as how it progresses and digresses, when increases and decreases. Females, you know what I'm talking about when I speak about that. So that I noticed change within like the last 60 days. But then again, I don't know 100% if I can say it's specifically because of the jab or the vax. It's just something I've noticed change with. And I didn't notice that before. Like for the most part, it comes when the abscess is gonna come. It leaves when the abscess is gonna leave. I feel the symptoms prior to the app is coming. While looking at the app, I feel the symptoms and I know when it's coming. So even this month, it came like 3 days early. Last month, about 3, 4 days early. So I'm like, okay, that's different. That wasn't happening before. So that's one thing I can say I physically noticed since Vax 1 and Vax 2 that I can see a total change because that's something I'm noticing for 2 months back to back. So that got me kind of on edge a little bit because, like, okay, is that a good thing? That's a bad thing? What does that mean? I really don't know what it means. The next thing I can say is mentally. I feel like mentally I'm the same. I'm an overthinker by nature, and since this, I'm just like, whatever. What can you do? You do it. You don't do it. Whatever. Like, there's no stress in overthinking that part. There's not much to do about that part. Emotionally wise, I just feel like I'm always in my head about did I do the right thing? Should I've done it? Should I've not have done it? Should I've held out? Should I've took the strike? Should I've been like other people who just like I'm not gonna do it, fire me, I'm gonna quit, I'm gonna retire. Like I have those back and forth arguments in my head about it, and I don't know. I don't know if sometimes I feel like I don't know if I made the right decision or not, but at the end of the day, I can't be thinking about it and thinking about it and going backwards, looking backwards, thinking about the decision. I made the decision. Here I am. The next thing I can speak about is more mentally. I feel mentally, I kind of feel a little bit calmer because I feel like okay, I complied, I did what I needed to do for whatever reasons, for work purposes, school purposes, whatever. I've done what I need to do. So now I don't gotta be in my head or in fear about pressure to do this, pressure to do that, test, not test, etc., etc. Um, that's a good and a bad thing because it can get away from you. Now we're still testing whether we got the jab or didn't get the jab. So it's like, what did we really do it for? Because we're still back to square one. Other things I worry about is, how long we'll be in this situation where we'll have to worry about all the things we're doing 24/7 as far as our personal cleaning and hygiene and traveling and masks and gloves. Like, how long will that last? That's super, super annoying. Makes you not want to travel, but getting this vaccine for me kind of makes me feel like, try to live your best life, try to explore, try to travel, because who knows what will happen to all of us who've done it. Who knows what happen to people who haven't done it. Like, there's so much conspiracy theories and thoughts you can have endlessly, and your brain will let you go crazy if you just keep thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. So it's a lot to think about, a lot to say, but a lot of people did it for financial reasons, thinking that they needed support, they couldn't do it without it, and they felt they backwards against the walls and they did it. And I kind of fall into that bracket just a little bit, maybe not so much. We all have the willpower to do and say what we want and feel. We got to believe in ourselves first, to really push that envelope, to really get that going. But at this point, I don't really see I have abundance of followers engaging and liking and commenting. So I'm gonna sip again right now. Again, this bottle is so good, super good. So I'm actually a little bit late for my IGTV video, and understand that this video definitely started off late and kicked off late for whatever technical difficulties I was having. But if you guys want to follow up and engage in a conversation and keep this going, again, you can follow me on Instagram, and I'll be posting the IGTV shortly, really soon, in about 5 or 10 minutes, and I'll continue the conversation there about the same thing. So thank you guys for watching, liking, subscribing, following, engaging, dropping these comments that I don't really understand, but I'll read them later and figure it out, and I'll engage back too. But yes, so that's it. That's all. Have a good evening.